that's not enough to rule out the possibility of a violation of long-standing federal law, will you issue a directive that ICE and CBP should be nowhere near polling places this November?
We have no plans to have ICE officers or law enforcement at polling locations. States are responsible for running their elections, and we're giving them tools and mitigation efforts that they can utilize in order to make sure they maintain the integrity of those elections and that individuals can trust their systems to ensure that their vote counts. Patient with us.
Can you explain why you decided to brand these victims that we all saw on video who were not protesting the activities of your agency and were killed as a result of it? How did you think that calling them domestic terrorists at that scene was somehow going to calm the situation?
You know, Senator, we are working in those situations where there's a tragic loss of life and that there is something that our agents are involved in, that we continue to deliver information.
Is it so hard to say you were wrong?
We continue, as these investigations continue to go, we will provide, I absolutely strive to provide factual information.
All right, I need you to stay with me on this one, because what we're watching right now, pretty much the entire political class starting to crack wide open. We're talking Republicans, Democrats, MAGA, the whole circus, because that's what it is, a circus. Before people start screaming in the comments, their master, this video is not about right or left, it's about we the people versus Washington. Because in the last 40 hours alone, we've seen things that should make everyone believe and understand what I'm saying here. It should change. If you've been drinking Kool-Aid right now, it should show you it doesn't matter what side you voted for, they're all the same. We got Kristi Noem blowing hundreds of millions of dollars in taxpayer money and immediately getting removed. Republicans protecting none other than Ilhan Omar from investigation. Gas prices are spiking because of a war none of us voted for. We even had the president attacking long-term friend of his, Tucker Carlson. And then probably the strangest thing of it all is that Trump going completely Democrat. You're not going to believe it. He went complete Democrat. Progressive liberal, all of us. Also a son making millions of dollars on the war as well. Instead of serving, he decided millions of dollars. The deeper you look into this, the more obvious it becomes that these people don't work for you or I. They work for each other and protecting each other. That should have been noticed during the Jeff Yappy files. And if you still think your political team is different, you're about to have a very bad day. Let's talk about Kristi Noem. The $220 million scandal. This is a big one. Kristi Noem. They call her Ice Barbie. Homeland Security Secretary. Or she was at least about 5 minutes ago. Now, the media is saying, many media outlets are saying she got fired. MAGA is saying, oh, she got promoted. She got reassigned. Promoted to an advisory role. Let me translate that for you. That's Washington speak for you screwed up and we need you out of the spotlight. We need you to go disappear off of the distance, because what just came out during these Senate hearings was literally insane. We're talking about $220 million taxpayer funded advertising. We're talking about the advertising being pretty much her like she's part of Yellowstone. And I told you a while back, this whole cabinet of this administration is nothing more than a bunch of influencers or wannabe influencers. They want to be famous. And this is the most corniest thing I've ever seen. And $220 million of that coming from your money, okay? Used for what? Border security messaging, public safety messages? No, ads featuring her face, her image, promoting her, riding horses, being a cowboy. Your tax dollars are making this politician a celebrity. And what made things worse is that when she started getting pressed about it, she told Senator Kennedy that campaign had Trump's approval. Except Trump said that never happened. Meaning one of two things. Either she lied under oath to Congress about a $220 million program, or the White House approved and now pretend they didn't. Neither one of those options are great. Listen to this real quick, this back and forth.
You have to approve all contracts in your department over $100 million.
No, sir. I have a policy in place that I review contracts. My deputy chiefs have the ability to review anything under $5 million. Above that, I evaluate and look at.
Okay, and you do that, I understand, to try to curb waste and abuse of taxpayer money. Is that right?
Yes, sir. In fact, it's been extremely effective. We've saved the taxpayers over $13.2 billion just by evaluating contracts, negotiating lower ones, and canceling ones that aren't necessary to do our duties.
How do you square that concern for waste, which I share?
Mm-hmm.
And he's a Republican, mind you. Even the Republicans are calling stuff out.
With the fact that you have spent $220 million running television advertisements that feature you prominently.
Sir, the president tasked me with getting the message out to the country and to other countries where we were seeing the invasion come from, with putting commercials out that told them that if they were in this country illegally.
Her riding a horse out in Montana is not that.
That they needed to leave, or we would detain them and remove them, and they'd not get the chance to come back to America the right way. That has been extremely effective.
Ask you to run these advertisements, is that right?
We had that conversation, yes, before I was put in this position and sworn in and confirmed, and since then as well.
Okay. Did you bid out those service contracts?
Yes, they did. They went out to a competitive bid, and career officials at the department chose who would do those advertising commercials.
And the people that you ended up picking were people who had formerly done your political work back in South Dakota, is that right?
No, that's not correct, sir.
I think it is.
No, it's not, sir. The individuals who
You're about to see it's going to get nastier. And these these government contracts like this, I've had my fair share over the years with Black Scout, usually military, some government agencies like BORTAC and so on. But usually how this
I'll be back. A minute. Actually, I'm going to cancel this broadcast because I realize something I gotta do 2-3 to get you the algorithm.